wanted to see what it'd be like to be a spider. I really don't like spiders, but there's something so devious about them. You know, they're so quick.
Yeah.
They're always hiding. Like, what are they doing there?
I thought I had a great name story, and here you come.
I don't know your name story.
Well, I named myself.
Did you?
I did. What scammer is trying to pay my bills?
Right.
And if a scammer is trying to pay my bills, let them. I think what's happening here is that we're getting worse in this conversation.
My brain cells.
And I feel like I might need to reel it in.
Really good word.
Right?
How do you find these words?
Someone asked me that before, and I just thought, you can't really ask people secrets on the show. Did you get it? Who is Gena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Who are you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Is it?
There's a voice in your head that's telling you, oh, you can't do that, or you have to be there, or you have to do it.
Yeah.
And then one day you wake up, you're like,
Why?
Why? Why do I have to do that?
Yeah, and that is actually the question, is like, why?
The idea of sort of dropping in on your friends randomly without messaging, calling, or anything is bizarre.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Faking Adulthood, where we talk about love, life, things, and absolutely nothing because we don't know what we're doing. We absolutely do not have a clue. Today, my co-host is Gena-mour Barret. Woo! Woo! And the crowd roars. Wow, this is so exciting. Wow, another guest, another co-host. Woo!
I do have one thing to say already.
Did I say your name wrong?
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
And as it came out,
did you think, oh,
felt wrong.
I've said that
But then
wrong.
I thought, but don't get in your head. You practiced it.
You
so
should get in your head though, because it was absolutely incorrect.
Okay, so if you can just tell me the correct way.
It's Gena-mour Barret.
Oh, I said Gena-mour.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the English thing. Because in my head, once you said it was one thing,
Yeah.
it became Gena-mour to me.
Yeah, because of the hyphen. I understand that. Yeah.
Oh, is that why the hyphen's there?
Well, the hyphen is there because my first name is Gena-mour. Many people think that my first name is just Gena, which is fair enough. And it is two names. So the Gena comes from my mom's middle name, which is Eugenia, and the Moore comes from her maiden name, which is Seymour. And my dad took the Gena from Eugenia and the Moore from Seymour, put it together because Amour means love. So when they were going out, he would call her Gena-mour. And then when I was born, I was called Gena-mour.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just made it up, the name.
Yeah. It's completely made up.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a beautiful name
so
story.
much.
I thought I had a great name story, and here you come.
I don't know your name story.
Well, I named myself.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
How did you do that?
Yeah,
In the womb?
From the womb, actually.
Okay.
It actually happened from the womb. So what happened was that my grandma, one day, had a dream. And in the dream, she's sitting down
Why is there
outside.
always a grandma having a dream? There's so many. That's what they do. They
They be
have
dreaming.
dreams.
When they get to a certain age, yeah, I think they're in constant contact with, well, I mean, she wasn't actually that old then.
Okay, yeah, she wouldn't have. She was 42. She had a dream. Oh, God.
She had a dream.
Yeah.
And in the dream, she was sitting down.
Yeah.
And this little child runs up to her. She's like, Grandma. She's like, Grandma.
It's you.
She said, come. Who are you, this little child? And then the little girl was like, my name is Rita. She goes, Rita. She goes, I'm your granddaughter. She goes, my granddaughter. She said, what's your name again? Rita. So she now calls my mom. She said, oh, I've just had a dream that you had a daughter. My mom said, okay, I hadn't told you yet, but I'm currently pregnant and it's a girl.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and that's how
Are you the firstborn?
Yeah.
That's so...
Yeah.
Imagine if she made that up though. She just was like, this is the best payoff of all time. She just randomly decided, like she really wanted you to get pregnant, came up with this dream, and then she was like, oh my God, she actually is pregnant.
I said, yes. And she's like, yes, I was right. Yeah, that's what
Can
happened.
I get the baby name?
Yeah. And I chose Rita, because I was like, Rita, it has to be a dream because I'm Nigerian. Where did Rita come from?
I actually did think this about your name, to be fair.
Yeah,
I was
where did
like,
that come
where
from?
did that come from? But
Where does it come from? And it means pearl.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
And when I discovered that, I was like, it makes sense because I am delicate. But then someone told me that pearls aren't actually delicate. They're quite tough actually. So I got that completely wrong.
Right.
But they're rare. And I like to think I'm quite rare.
But you know what? Maybe you're delicate and you look delicate, but actually you're small but mighty.
Yes. And they say that like on the outside, I think about pearls, on the outside it's tough.
Yeah.
But the inside, it's soft. And that's me.
Yeah.
I actually can't verify that because
I was going to say, I don't feel like pearls actually are soft inside. I've held a pearl before, and they're actually pretty hard. But fair enough.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna move on. The guys know I like to start my show with a complaint of the day.
Oh, okay, right.
It's something that's very important to me. Actually, it's become something. It's kind of like my mini therapy.
Okay.
I like to get things off my chest, and sometimes people agree with my complaints. Sometimes people think my complaints are completely unnecessary, but it doesn't matter because it's my complaint. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm gonna get distracted. Never mind,
Yeah,
because it's
okay.
gonna be annoying for you to have to cut this. But
Okay.
fine. I'm gonna be quiet. I have to bring it up. The bloody hair one. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. I really got dealt with.
I was like, oh,
I really got dealt. I really got dealt
I
with.
was so surprised at the
I
comments.
was so surprised. I thought I was rooting for the people. I thought I was saying that us people, guys, in case you're listening and you're wondering, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
Essentially, for my solo episode, I spoke about how hair is hair, and as black women, we should be able to do whatever we want with our hair. The internet said no.
Yeah.
They said, no. Not with your relaxed hair. Mind you, my hair's not relaxed. Can I just point out my hair's not relaxed? Okay. Then they said that with my edges that's breaking, we can see the breakage in the ends. And you know what hurt about that? It's because the ends are breaking. They are breaking.
Whose aren't?
Do you know what I mean?
Truthfully.
When I went to salon last, I said, you know what, Rita, your hair's breaking a little bit, But I didn't think it was visible to the naked eye. I thought it was just something me and my stylist knew.
Yeah.
So obviously you can imagine the hurt. When I saw those comments, I said, okay.
I was hurt for you, honestly.
I said, oh, so everyone can see the breakage.
But the thing is, generally when you watch video, you can predict what the comments can be sometimes.
Yeah.
When people say I ran to the comments, like you
Yeah.
can I did not predict.
I didn't predict.
I thought, oh my good.
I was in Barcelona. I kind of posted it and I went about my way for dinner. And I started seeing, I said, wait, I'm going viral, but not for the right reasons.
We've all been there, babe.
And then I went viral on Facebook.
Oh no, who took it to Facebook?
I accidentally, automatically posted it on my
The
Instagram and my
cross-post.
face. Let me tell you something.
Oh, no.
Guys, don't go viral on Facebook. Wow. Whoa. The stuff I got there.
So was there a place where the comments were fine? Like Instagram? No, no.
It was pretty much bad all the way around. Pretty much bad, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tough time, guys, but I came out stronger. Do you know what I mean? I'm here now.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people check in, you know what I'm saying? They just
Check on your strong friend.
yes, check on your strong friend.
Check on the pearls in your life.
Please. That's a word right there. Amen to that. Okay, guys, back to the complaint of the day, because Gina has decided she wanted to digress. Even though she knew it was wrong to do it, she did it anyway.
Sorry.
But it's fine, it's okay. Complaint of the day is this. My complaint of the day is, why do we have to go through so much hassle when we call to pay our bill? It's so much security. Oh, we've got to verify your address, your number. What's your secret word? What's this? What's that? And I'm thinking to myself, what scammer is trying to pay my bills?
Right.
And if a scammer is trying to pay my bills, let them. Let them. If it was, I'm trying to take money out of my account, then I get it. Let's go through security. Let's make sure it's locked in.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? We've got to make sure it's the right person that's requesting this money.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to pay my internet bill, right, and it's my fault, I missed the direct debit.
Right.
It was in the pot and I didn't move it.
Yeah.
And I kept forgetting.
Because who is paying bills over the phone
Well,
nowadays?
what happened is that yesterday, it was one of the worst days of my life, actually.
Okay.
Because I woke up, wanted to do my usual. Internet weren't working. They said, you've been restricted. I said, where do we go from here? Realised my phone doesn't have 4G. That's another complaint. I thought my phone was a good network. It's not. Couldn't do anything for half the day. It was really a terrible start to the day. But then what made it worse was that I had to now call them.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I had to go through all this security. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what's your postcode? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, I'm calling to pay a bill.
To be fair, that is weird. That is weird.
Who cares? Who cares who the person is? What if someone wanted to secretly bless me?
Yeah.
Maybe they had a dream and they thought, oh, wow, in this dream, God said, pay Rita's bills. And they're just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to call. I know her postcode. I just want to surprise her.
Yeah.
You're not even letting people get blessed with their bills getting paid because we're going through all this security. Why?
I'd agree with you. I would
Let
agree
it go.
with you. Also, it's when the security, we have to give us a number, like a six-digit number. And, you set it up however many years ago, and they're like, okay, so what's your 6-digit? Couldn't even tell you.
Couldn't even tell you.
I
have no idea. I don't know what that number is.
I haven't paid a bill on the phone for a very long time, but it would frustrate me.
It was, guys, please do not miss your direct debits. Like,
So have you sorted it out now?
Yeah, but it's just that I don't like leaving money in my account because I have PTSD. You know, there's been times that I did leave money in my account and the bills actually took the money.
Right.
And I wasn't ready.
I was going to ask, did you get robbed? But
No,
actually.
I wasn't ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I like to look at the money.
Yeah.
And then now you've taken it and it's just, what if I wanted to pay in parts? You didn't give me that option anymore, you know? And it was in my days when I was really struggling financially.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't want to pay all the way. But it's not really adult of me. So I need to just leave it in the account or have an account that's just for bills. So I know.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a lot of effort though.
It is.
I understand. Look, you're only human.
I'm
There's
only human.
Exactly. You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl. But that's my complaint of the day. What's yours, Gina?
I actually have a lot of complaints today, but I'll choose one. I want to know why. My complaint is, why do beauty brands, I made a video about this recently, truth be told, so it's fresh on my mind. Why do they feel the need to change the formula or discontinue products when no one asked you to? No one asked you to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This morning, I was using my eyebrow pencil. I was looking at it and I was just thinking, why the hell did they make it so tiny? I looked at the box, it said, new formula, 1 millimeter. Why 1 millimeter? Do you know how small 1 millimeter? Look, get a ruler. Everybody get a ruler now. Look how small 1 millimeter is. If you saw what my eyebrows looked like before, listen, what?
Yeah.
I've been wearing this lipstick for like a decade.
Wow.
Okay. Went to the shop the other day to buy this lipstick,
Yeah.
repurchased because I've been a faithful customer of this brand for years and years. Get to the counter, please may I repurchase this thing that I'm sure you recognize me because I've been coming here for years and years
10
and years,
yeah.
buying this lipstick.
Yeah.
Looks so good on me if I do say so myself. She was like, absolutely it does. Great to meet you, by the way. What's your name? I'm Gina. And I was like, can I have this lipstick? It's been discontinued. Wow. I was like, what
Without
do you...
a warning?
It's just...
So were there no signs or anything to say, we're going to discontinue this in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks? Nothing?
No, completely discontinued. But no one... Why? What?
Why?
No one
Why?
No one has said. Do you think there's petitions asking you to discontinue? No.
No, there isn't.
So why did you get rid of it?
Yeah.
Why did you get rid of it?
Yeah.
So now I've got an eyebrow pencil that's half the size,
God.
and I'm paying double the price probably.
Yeah.
From when I first started buying
Yeah,
it because of the
100%.
Cosy Lives.
Yeah.
And I've got a lipstick that I won't be able to wear in 6 months' time.
Wow.
I did buy a vintage,
Alternative.
because I found a vintage user that was selling this lipstick, so I do have 2 more. But that's not the point because
There wasn't not vintage.
because when I posted the video, like people were sending me links like, oh my gosh, like this is a vintage user and I bought, and that person happened to have 2 more of this lipstick. I mean, it doesn't change the principle, but I am blessed is actually the moral of this story. So maybe I should stop complaining, or I should complain more because it means that the universe will give you, I don't know. You can take from that whatever you will from this story.
You know what, Gina? That's a fantastic complaint.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very valid.
Yeah.
And actually, it shows that brands are not respecting us as the consumers.
At all. They don't care.
They don't give a heck.
They don't care.
They're not asking for our opinion.
They're not.
And it's like, why not?
It's because they only want the opinions of the Gen Z.
And
that
that's a
is
problem.
a problem, but also kind of fair. Because they are the ones.
They are the ones that are buying the most.
They
But
are
are they
the
buying
ones
more
that-
than you because you've been doing it for 10? Look,
Yeah, it's true.
Gen Z people are not loyal. They're not loyal, okay? Back to back different kind of brands, okay?
Right.
They'll be like, oh, okay, Too Faced, lipstick, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
MAC,
Yeah.
oh, it's got an alternative. Oh, L'Oreal, alternative.
That is, and you know what? That's how I know that I'm getting older because I've been wearing the same products for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's real old of you, actually,
It is.
to
Ooh.
complain that they are discontinuing something that you've been using for 10 years of your life.
Gosh, you're so correct.
Yeah.
And I have had 10 years with it. Some people don't even get that.
Yeah, 10 years. I mean, it's odd because this is a moment for us to complain.
Yeah.
But in this moment, we found gratitude.
But this moment,
And
it's a time for reflection.
it's a time for reflection.
Thanksgiving's round the corner. Do you know what I mean?
It's round the corner.
We give thanks
We give
for
thanks.
the 10 years I did have. Honestly, we give thanks for that. I'm actually so... You know what? Actually, I'm going to skip home tonight because I feel so grateful.
Grateful that your lipstick that you've had for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you got an extra 2. Do you know what I like that
that's
you've
good.
said about this, actually? It's the fact that you bought the lipstick in bulk before.
Yeah, I did.
Like,
I bought 3
it's
before.
not something I would ever do.
I think
don't
I
buy
had a
things in bulk.
feeling. I think I had a feeling that it was going to get... There was something in me that told me, like, you know when it gets harder and harder to find, they're not, like, overly promoting
Yeah,
it
so you're like, you
anymore.
know what? To be on the safe side.
It felt like a secret item on a menu.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like going in like, can you go
like,
on the back?
Yeah. Then you're like,
Realised-
you're like, you know what? Let
Yeah.
me pack this up.
Yeah.
Fantastic complaint.
Thank you.
Valid. And that was a great complaint because it was a complaint. But then there was gratitude. And it was like, wow, reflection.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting older. We're millennials. Do you know what I mean?
Contains multitudes.
Fantastic. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. The guys know I'm learning English.
You are.
It's very important to me. I feel like, you know, over the years, TikTok and stuff like that has ruined my vocabulary. Do you know what I mean? If you don't read enough, you know, although I'm reading now, what am I reading? November 9? Really fantastic book.
Oh, okay.
Or
I was
9th
like,
of-
oh,
or
you
9th
just
of
trying to remember the
November.
date.
Or 9th of, no. I think it's 9th of November or November 9th.
Okay.
You know, guys, it's irrelevant.
It could be, you can't read, so you don't know
It
which
could be
way
either
around
one.
it
It could be either one, yeah. But essentially, every week on this show, I bring the people a word of the day.
is. Okay.
And someone left a fantastic comment on my YouTube channel the other day, and I want to tell you that I'm quite grateful for that, okay? You said that because of me, you feel like you are learning new words, and it feels fantastic to be known as an educator.
That's beautiful.
So thank you for that. You know, she told me she's been using one of the words that I brought up recently, mendacious.
Oh, wow. What does that mean?
It means lies.
Okay.
You know, so you can look at papers and you're like, oh, I'm not reading that. It's very mendacious. Great word.
Love that.
This girl's been using it a lot, and I know that her life has changed from it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a new word today. The word of the day today is fugacious, which I just think is a great word. It just sounds very like old school, fugazi, you know, back in the days. But this is fugacious, and we're gonna play it, and let's see if I'm saying it right. I think I am.
Fugacious. Fugacious.
Fugacious.
Fugacious.
Fugacious. What does it mean, you ask?
Yeah.
Fugacious is a formal word that describes something that lasts only a short time. So how would I use that in a sentence? I would say, you know, most of my relationships this year have been fugacious.
That's a good word.
It's a very good word.
That is a really good word.
Right?
How do you find these words?
Someone asked me that before, and I just thought, you can't really ask people secrets of the show. Did you get it? Some things you have to keep to yourself.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's research, you know how this goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're so right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can't answer that.
Fugacious, yeah, that's
But
fair enough.
I find them.
Okay.
Or sometimes they find me,
Ah,
you know?
I like that word a lot. I actually
Fugacious.
might use that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I like that. A short time. Instead of saying short time, it's like fugacious.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel you might still be saying it wrong, I'll be honest. Just say it one more time.
Fugacious.
Fugacious, yeah.
I feel he's saying fugacious.
Fugacious. Oh,
What you were saying before was fugacious, which kind of sounds more like fergalicious, which is not the same word.
you know what? You're right, because it's actually spelled FYOOGAYSHUS.
Yeah, few.
So, few.
Yeah, I think it's few.
This is my problem with English. Because it should be
So
spelled.
extra.
Yeah, because it should be spelled. If you really want the word to be said like that, it should be spelled FEW, like few.
I agree. I actually
Fugacious.
totally
That
agree.
makes more sense.
Yeah, I
Why?
agree
How,
with that.
how am I supposed to know that suddenly FUGA is few?
You know what, you're right. Because really it should be, it should be fugacious.
It should be.
It should be
fugacious.
that, you're right. But English,
English, you know, it doesn't click.
it's an annoying language.
It's an annoying language. Do you have a favorite word?
Meticulous.
Oh, like meticulous. She's very meticulous.
Yeah, I love that word.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
Meticulous. How meticulous of her.
Yeah.
Do you think you're a meticulous person?
Actually, no, not at all. I'm not generally very meticulous. I just don't have the energy, you know? I think being detail-oriented is good up to a point, and then you just
Yeah.
got to move on, you know?
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, sometimes you just have to move on.
Exactly.
Yeah, not every day. Okay, I hear that.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I've been doing on this show, which is a new thing actually,
Oh,
is I've got a playlist. It's called Oyinbo Music That Makes Me Feel Alive. You know, and what that means is white people music that makes me feel alive.
that's a great playlist.
Currently, I have about 102 saves.
So they got a lot of good, they got a lot of bangers.
So for me, I take this very seriously. Do you know what I mean? Is there a white song that makes you feel alive?
Come on, Eileen.
What song is this?
You don't know Come on, Eileen? Come on, Eileen is in my opinion, it is the best white people song of all
So
time.
you have to sing it for me. 'Cause I don't know it. Yeah.
It's just because it has a very long instrumental at the beginning. The one that goes, come on, Arlene. Oh, I swear, na na na, da da da. I did smile, it mean everything. Shmina, na na.
Oh, I can do that.
Da da. Yeah. Come on, Arlene. Yeah, not to be confused with Sweet Caroline, which is
Yeah, because
okay,
I'm thinking Sweet Caroline.
I actually don't love that song.
I think it's a great song.
It's good for crowd engagement. You know what I mean? It's good for that. It's good for, jumping around.
But it's not really...
But Come On Eileen just has something in it that just, oh.
It's not a song I particularly know well. So I'm going to put it to the audience if they think I should add it. Because it's important. It's for you guys. So if you guys have heard of this song, please let us know in the comments.
How many songs are on there currently?
That's a very good question, actually. I don't know, but it's about 2-3 hours.
Oh, okay, wow.
So we're really racking it in. I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel alive. You know, when I listen to it, I just have this joy.
Really? Have you already discussed your favourite song on there?
I don't have a favourite, but do you know what? There's something... Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
That's a good song.
Somebody. And I like the way... now and then I think of when we were together. Dun, 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 dun. I just like the way it starts. I just move my shoulders.
What song is that?
It feels so lonely. It's like the song. It feels like it's romantic, but it's not.
That song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and it sounds romantic in the beginning, but it's not. It's like.
I've never really listened to lyrics.
If you listen to the lyrics, yeah, it's not romantic.
Oh, wow.
It's a fantastic song. But yeah, that's one of my...
That's a great... I want to see that playlist.
It's a fantastic playlist. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, that's great.
I've got a great audience. 102, I mean.
Good idea.
I'm a DJ.
103 now.
103 now?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. If you can come back and be anything else.
Come back here?
Come back to this world.
Oh, okay. So
not the podcast.
Guest.
No. You could be a return guester. We'll
Okay.
see. The end, we'll know for sure. Yeah. But if you can come back to this world and be anything.
Yeah.
Like anything, you can say, I want to be a star. I want to be an animal. I want to be an object. If there's anything that you can come back and be, what would you be?
Can I be a person?
You can be a person, yeah.
I wouldn't be Beyonce.
Fair enough.
God forbid, I obviously don't want to die tomorrow, but if I did die tomorrow and I happen to be reincarnated, I'd want to be Beyonce. But then she's already alive, so that wouldn't really work.
Yeah, I don't know if it would, because it mean that the Beyonce we know now would have to not exist.
Oh, I wouldn't be a very good Beyonce.
Yeah,
so true. I really am just going to have to be something new.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm dying. What am I coming back as?
Yeah, they come to you and they're like, look, it's the last day on earth, but you can pick before, what are you going to come back as?
God, that's such a good question. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a star. That's like, what's like something fun? I want to be something that's a bit devious and quite fun. I'd be interested to see what it'd be like to be a spider. I really don't like spiders. But there's something so devious about them. They're so quick.
Yeah.
They're always hiding. Like, what are they doing there? Have you,
It's a good point.
even when you hoover them, they don't die.
Yeah.
They don't die. So, what are they doing?
What are they doing?
Exactly.
What is their life?
What is their life? And when you kill a spider and you're like, you can't, I don't know about you, but sometimes I have to kill the spiders because I have to send a message, right? I'm like,
you have to.
Before I kill them, I'm like, look, go and tell
your people that
don't
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are they sort of raising an army ready to come at could I be the army leader, the spider army leader? I don't even know where I'm getting this from. It's really just coming. Anyway.
No.
I want to be a spider.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, weird, because I really
never
don't
thought
like them.
about that. Yeah. Apparently flies have a memory, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
How long do flies live for? They don't live very long,
They don't live very long, but, another question is what comes first? Either the fly or what's the thing that they turn into? It's not, it begins with an M.
A moth?
No, something else. Flies turn into something that's very gross. They look like little worms.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think I've got
larvae, no.
No. Flies turn into... What do flies
How can they be turned...
No, they do. Maggots.
Flies don't turn into maggots.
They do. House flies, they do. Yeah.
I thought that was when they poop on stuff.
I think that's a rumor.
Rita, is that true?
I'm telling you. And the question really is what comes first. Because actually the life of a fly is quite fascinating.
How could a fly turn into a maggot when the fly's around and there's a maggot, there's loads of maggots?
Exactly. So what happens is there's a fly, right?
Yeah.
And then when a fly lays eggs,
right,
and the eggs turn into maggots.
Yeah, but so that doesn't mean the fly turns into a maggot. That means the fly's eggs.
But it comes from a fly.
Yeah.
So
but-
flies essentially give birth to maggots. And then the maggots then become a fly.
The maggots don't become flies.
They do.
Do they actually? I feel like you have. Can you please Google this?
I
Because
will
I'm like,
Google it.
genuinely.
I will.
Did you Google it before you got here?
No, I didn't. Okay, so hold on. Flies are attracted to. Hold on. You only have a problem with maggots if flies get into your waist. Maggots turn into flies.
But have you read that from?
Do you know what it is? I feel like I had an incident that. Yeah, see? How someone's even already Googled it. How fast do maggots turn into flies?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Maggots
Here we go. I'm ready.
Maggots turn into flies in as little as 3 to 4 weeks, but the exact time depends on the species and environmental conditions.
Wow.
So which comes first? Because that don't make any sense if it becomes a fly anyway, unless the fly is continuously being reincarnated into the same thing over and over again. Oh my God, it's like a Groundhog Day. Every day you're a fly and then
What
you're a
does
maggot.
come first?
Exactly. No one talks about this. No one talks about this.
I guess. So who
It's
is
interesting.
the only way that you can become a fly is by being born as a maggot?
Don't
Because
know.
like, are there actually maggots? No, are there actually flies that like they're just doing it normally? They're not having maggots. They're just having flies.
I think house flies particularly, yeah, that's why you would find maggots in the house if it's like, you're not taking out your bins and stuff like that. So house flies, you see the flies?
Yeah.
They're laying eggs.
Right.
Those eggs are becoming maggots, yeah?
I
and
think
then
the
those
flies come
maggots
first.
are becoming flies. And then it becomes like, oh, that's why you have loads of flies, because they were maggots. So sometimes you would clear the flies thinking you're good, but if you look, you see the eggs, and those eggs also become flies.
How did we get onto this actually?
But essentially you said you would like to be a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to be. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be a fly. So
I feel like I may want to be the moon.
that's good.
You know,
The moon.
I think it's just, it doesn't have a lot of hours. Well, it does, but not really.
But the thing is, this is so okay. But I thought you couldn't be something that's already existing. So why can't I be Beyonce?
Because the question really is about the moon. Has it been the same moon our whole life, or has it been replaced? Do you know what I mean? Has the moon just existed this whole time and it's just been one moon? Or is it like a family thing and the moon becomes different people take
Has the moon existed? I would say, I'd say, look, it's likely that it's been the same moon, truthfully. But maybe you can be one of the phases of the moon, because it's like you get the full moon, you get the little half moon, you get the total eclipse.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool to come back as what's that thing that keeps happening and I keep missing it, but it usually happens in Iceland. The lights.
Yeah, the Northern Lights.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
quite cool.
yeah.
Just come as a light.
Exactly, and then
Like
you just
a
go
nice
about your
surprise
business.
and go about your business.
But where does it go?
Where does it go?
afterwards?
Yeah. See, I think what's happening here is that we're getting worse in this conversation.
My brain cells.
And I feel like I might need to reel it in, actually.
Yeah,
Because-
I'm distracting you.
Because there's so many questions.
It can go on forever.
Yeah, but I have a new fear. Because actually, a family thing happened recently.
Oh gosh.
It's been a tough year for one of the members in my family, actually. And my mum actually told me not to talk about this. And I told her I'll talk about this, but in a very light way.
Okay.
know.
Oh, so this is serious.
It's as serious as it can be, actually. My cousin, at the beginning of this year, she started the year just like anyone else. Plans for the future, wanted to study her master's. She had plans, she had ideas, she had dreams. Suddenly, she noticed that she was putting on weight.
Okay.
She decided that she wanted to go to the gym. And what's interesting is that she's from Nigeria, and the gate man used to lust after her and noticed that she had put on weight, that her shape was changing. And he made a complaint about it, actually. He said that what's going on with her, she doesn't look the way she used to look.
Right.
She was going to the gym, she was working out. She then decided to go to the doctors and found out that actually she has 1 month left before she has a baby.
She's pregnant. Wow.
1 month left. 3 weeks after that, she was with child.
So the child is here.
The child is here. And I thought to myself, she started the year. She had plans. She had ideas. She had dreams. The dream did not include a baby,
No.
but the baby chose her. And I want to use this time to say that I don't want a baby to choose me right now, this second. If the baby's listening to me right now, wherever the baby could be,
You better hope your grandma's not having a dream, mate.
this year is not the year, please.
Okay.
That kind of surprise is not a surprise that I want. And the fact that she went 8 months without knowing.
That's kind of lit, though. Yeah, I'll be real.
You would like it.
Look, it's not ideal. This is not ideal. I'll put my hands up. But that means that you didn't notice morning sickness. That means that you didn't notice pains, aches. You were pretty all right. You had a pretty okay pregnancy. Now, is it kind of... Also, how old is your cousin? Young? Teenage pregnancy?
No, she's... I mean, I still think I'm young.
Well, this is it.
But she's a Gen Z.
Yeah, that's tough, I suppose. that is tough. But still, if she wants kids anyway, it's kind of like bonus. Great, just get out of the way. Do you know what I mean?
It's a big fear for me. And it's a big fear for me even when I'm not active. Because I just think, what if I'm the chosen one?
Do you know what though? Like sometimes, you know how people, and it's always like an American person, and you hear the stories where they're like, they went to the toilet, then they went. And I'm like, I kind of would be down for that.
But what would you do the next, like suddenly?
It's so not ideal,
Like
but it's
suddenly,
just,
imagine, suddenly.
because there's
You booked a trip to Ibiza.
Yeah, true.
Imagine, you've booked a girls' trip.
Yeah, it's true.
You're on your way. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You probably imagine you're in Selfridges, just getting some bits for your holiday. You're like, oh, cramp, go to the toilet.
Yeah, and then
Baby.
you come up with a baby.
What am I going to do with this baby? I'm going to hold this baby up and be like, okay, so where do we go from here?
It's so true.
Like, what do we actually do in this? Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah, you're
mad
right.
when you think about it. And I feel like you need the months to prepare.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know what I mean? To be like, okay, my life's about to change.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this baby. Then you need that time to like connect with the baby and like, what? do
But
you
I just
need?
feel like...
But ideally, in a way though, I know what you mean though.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like maybe it's also because I know that I want children.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, labour's very scary.
Yeah,
You know, like
it's
the
very
whole process.
scary.
You have months to prepare, but you also have months to like be
get
scared.
scared.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
And
that's-
it's like,
That's fair.
I think it's also because I actually quite like turning trauma into a great story. And it's like, I'm dining off that story for life.
That's a good
Every
story.
fun fact is going to be me going
I
to the
didn't know I was
podium.
pregnant.
And I'm winning every single dinner party. I am winning. And also, how hilarious is it to give birth to a baby and then we're both looking at each other like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's
It's a great
hilarious.
show. I'm surprised it hasn't been the show. It's a great show. Maybe we
the
should
time.
write it.
Wow, we can write together.
The baby that came out of nowhere.
Exactly.
That's a long title, but we can work on it.
Yeah, that. But we'll get there,
We'll get there.
you know?
Yeah, so that's my cousin, man. I'm just like,
Wow.
good luck to you.
That is scary. That is
It's
scary.
very, very scary. Every time my mum gives me more details, I'm like, this is one of the greatest stories ever. But it's very terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Hearing it live though, I'm like, this is not ideal. You know?
Yeah, you're right. It's
But I'm
not.
like, I get what you're saying as well. It's kind of like, it's done now.
And living for the drama. It's
Living
just
for the drama.
You know what I mean? You FaceTime your mates and like,
Yeah. Got a baby.
you post a picture on Instagram with just lol as the caption. Like, that is hilarious.
something I would
Like,
do.
that is hilarious. Come
But
on.
no maternity shoot.
I don't need that. I'm not having a maternity shoot. No. I'm posting that baby with lol.
Yeah, that would be hilarious actually. I think I might do that anyway.
Do you know? Or if I have a maternity shoot, it's got to be like a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
You know, for
a bit
me
of-
personally.
Yeah,
it's my
yeah,
personal.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
other people's maternity shoots.
Yeah. Damn. Well, shout out to my cousin, man. Shout out to you. She's not going to see this. She's too busy.
Okay. So I imagine
She's got a
she
lot
is.
going on. I mean, who is Gena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Who are you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a big question.
Is it?
I don't get asked that often. You know,
Yeah.
I'm from Southeast London.
Okay.
That's being
Is that who
London,
you
that's a
are? Is
big-
that where you live?
Right? Yeah. Good point.
Gena, you'll not finish me on the show.
You know, I like a lot of things. I don't know. I feel like the question needs to be a little bit less broad. Is all I'm asking. What do you want to specifically know?
So when I ask who you are,
Yeah.
it's like, are you kind?
Oh, wow, more like that rather than
you-
where I'm from geographically. Also Jamaican.
You're Caribbean. Okay, you're Jamaican.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Like, when people, how do your friends describe you? Or how do you describe yourself? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you're a comedian. Are you? You said, wait, no, I'm not a comedian, actually. But do you know
I'm
what I mean?
honoured.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I mean.
yeah. I think they would say people pleaser.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think like they would say all the things that like you'd hope your friends would say, which
Yeah.
is, kind and, caring and all those other things. And then I think they would get to the people pleaser bit because that has been I have been trying to do work to undo this, but that has
Yeah.
been a huge tenet of my personality
Really?
for a long time.
When
yeah.
you say people pleasing, like what way does it show up?
I think just spreading myself too thin,
Yeah.
Like I've always been the sort of person that's like too social, like I'll have 3 events in a day because I don't want to let anyone down. That's
Yeah.
been me,
Yeah,
that kind of-
yeah.
Also, I'm an only child, so I've really overcompensated with friends. I've got a lot of them,
Okay.
a lot. And that takes a certain level of,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
like would never have arguments with friends. Why? 'Cause I just go along with everything.
You don't wanna fight.
Don't
as
want to
well?
fight.
Yeah.
Want to fight. So I'd say, yeah. Also comedian though. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that.
You're hilarious.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
you.
yeah, you're hilarious.
Yeah, thanks. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah. Okay.
You're like, yeah, interesting. No, I know exactly what you mean. I feel like I'm like a recovering people pleaser.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in recovery too. I
Yeah,
hope.
I feel like I'm in recovery, but it tries to rear its head. Do you know what I mean? Every time I think I'm over it and I'm okay now, I'm not trying to do it.
Yeah.
It will come up in like a different way, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm still dealing with this.
Do you
know
feel
what I
like
mean?
a lot of eldest children are people pleasers?
Maybe. Yeah, because I feel like people pleasing as well is like you're trying to keep the peace.
Yeah, that's so true.
Do you know what I mean? You're
So
just
true.
like, I don't want no problem. Let's just keep
Yeah,
it good. Don't want
yeah.
no issues. But then it's like, at what cost?
It's so true. And I feel like
know?
you have there's a voice in your head that's telling you, oh, you can't do that, or you have to be there, or you have to do it.
Yeah.
And then one day you wake up, you're like,
Why?
Why do I have to do that?
Yeah, and that is actually the question. Is like, why?
It's a part of adulthood, one
Yeah.
would say, just to bring it back to the title.
It would. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And it's like also, including that why is who's gonna beat me?
Wow. Again, another great thing about adulthood.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because essentially it's like, okay, I say no, but who's gonna beat me?
Exactly.
No one's gonna beat me.
Ideally
If I
not.
don't want to do it. And I've been proud of myself. There was like an event I wanted to go to in the beginning. And then I realized I don't want to go to anymore. And I
Yeah.
felt really, really, really drained and really just like not really feeling myself. And I just said to my friend, you know what, I'm so sorry, but I just can't. I can't come anymore. Da, 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 da. But the old me, despite how I'm feeling, would still go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But now it's like, no, I need to know what my needs are. But shout out to therapy because that's what's
So true.
that's what's helped. But talking about therapy, I will say this. I don't want to bad mind a company. Yeah. But better help. Yeah.
I was about to be like, is this BetterHelp? Are they good?
Well, I got a refund.
Oh.
I went,
So they're great.
I had 2 sessions, 2 different ones. The first one, it just felt like she just didn't know. She was talking way too slow for me. I said, look, it's not clicking. I'm not feeling a connection.
Right.
Fine. The second one, I think she was an auntie,
Right. Oh, no.
which I wouldn't have minded. So in the beginning, I felt like, okay, we're connecting here. And I told her something. And then it's like she got so frustrated that she was talking for most of the session.
Right.
And I was like, therapists aren't supposed to
Yeah.
do that.
I've had therapy sessions where they're talking for the majority of the session. Yeah. I've had that before and had to get rid.
That's not right.
No, it's not normal.
They're
It's
not meant to
normal.
do that. They're
No.
not meant to like have like such a long opinion. They're meant to like, give
Yeah.
me, how do you feel about this and why do you feel this? And
Yeah.
this auntie was like, she said some strange things. She literally was like, maybe you should talk to your brothers because they're men and it can, show you what kind of woman you should be. Misogynistic?
Oh.
A bit misogynistic? Yeah, I was like, okay, so I really can't tell you some things because I feel like you're actually going to judge me if I really get into it.
And you shouldn't feel like that with a therapist.
So where do we go from here? She was like, okay, well, I'll see you soon. I was thought,
See you soon.
you ain't seeing me at all,
Ever.
ever again. And I had to contact BetterHelp, actually, and say, guys, we need a refund. This isn't working for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't have a therapist. I don't have a therapist right
You
now.
had that right. You see, English is getting better.
It's getting better, but I have to believe in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got to commit, and I didn't feel like you committed.
I
then.
didn't. No,
Yeah,
I doubted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like to talk bad about, about companies, but it's not bad, but it just wasn't great.
I would say, some would say that is the definition of bad.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
That's valid.
Yeah. What's the thing that you saw like adults doing when you were younger, and now you're an adult, you're like, that's insane.
Oh my goodness, that is a really good question. That is a really good.
Just like, nah, that don't click.
Do you know what? I think I spoke about this a long time ago. I think the idea of sort of dropping in on your friends randomly without messaging, calling, or anything is bizarre. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I actually kind of do wish that we could go back to the simpler times. You know? Like, I'd love to see my friends all the time.
Yeah.
Pop around any time. But
Just unprovoked.
my mum and I, to the point where I'd be like, oh, can we go around theirs? No warning, they'd have food.
That's insane.
That is bizarre.
That's
I
insane.
barely have a morsel of pasta to my name. If you come to my house unannounced,
You're not eating. You're not eating.
the belly is rumbling.
Yeah,
You
you
will
haven't-
get tea. You will get tea.
Maybe, because I may not have even got
Right.
new tea bags.
Yeah, that's fair. But you and you will get tap water. That's on hand. But
Filtered. I got the.
really, that's good. That's good. Yeah, they're not getting that at my house. They need to go to your. In fact, when they come to mine, I'm going to say, just go to Rita's.
Just go to Rita's, man. You're
Just
going to have
go to
filtered
Rita's, 'cause
water at least.
Yeah,
It's actually insane.
Yeah, that is.
I remember that growing up as well, actually.
Yeah, and I loved it.
Yes, it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
But I couldn't do that now.
No, I couldn't feel like. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to feel like it's. I would feel like it's rude, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that happened. Like, I don't know whether, and also maybe it's because our parents are like from a different generation and also like culture where
Community
you can,
is very
the community is
important.
way more important
Yeah.
than here, particularly in London, where it's like, you need to book it 3 months in advance.
But I feel like we're losing recipes. Because I think that this is why people aren't as happy.
Oh, absolutely, because they've got no community. It's so
There's
true.
no community. So actually, maybe we should go back to just pulling up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And we
just
can
be
all
like,
share my single morsel of pasta.
listen, we will
At
share
least
it.
we'll be together.
We'll be together and
Yeah.
we'll talk about it and we'll insult you and be like, Gina, there could be more.
Yeah.
You could have had something in the fridge.
So
you know,
true.
But you don't have it. But we're here together eating this pasta. Do you know what I mean?
Or they could bring some food.
Or they can bring some food, but that's what they used to do. I mean, there was just always food.
Yeah. I will say that, like, where my grandma lives, people just come round to the house all the time. Wow. All the time.
I think it's kind of nice, you know.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. And I would want that. But now, it's just so bizarre to think of it now because none of my friends are like that.
I don't think I have a friend that I could just be like, hey, I'm up the road. You know what? Actually, I do have a friend who's quite, because when she would call me and be like, oh, I'm around the corner, it's bad. Because there has been times that, this is a long time ago, and don't judge me if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, I love you. There's been times where she has said she's around the corner.
Right.
And I've said I'm not home.
Right, because you weren't mentally prepared for. And sometimes it'd be like that. I have never done that, but sometimes, just to be clear, I'm actually removing myself from that narrative because I don't want my friends to be have done that.
Yeah, I've said I'm not home.
But-
And it's scary to say you're not home when you're home because you don't know if they can see you.
Oh my gosh, she's looking
I mean,
through the
you know they
curtains.
can't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, for you to confidently just be like, I'm up the road, you home. It's like, do you know something I don't?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you want to lie, but you're also like, what if you can see me right now?
So true.
It's quite a scary thing.
But you know what? Like, I've got two things to say about that. The first thing is, as a recovering people pleaser, you should have been able to say, I am in, but I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to X, Y, Z.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? The second thing is, even in this scenario, she's still messaged you to ask. I'm talking about back when they're just pulling up.
Yeah, because they didn't have mobile phones.
Girl, they had, what the hell? They had house phones.
They had house phones.
The Nokia 3310.
No.
Be
But
for real.
wait. No. There was a time, my mom would tell me stories about how they had to go to the payphone to tell my dad to get Pampers. There wasn't mobile phones. You have to go back
Yeah, fair.
to when they were doing it.
Fair.
So even if there was a landline, me that I'm on my way and I'm around, I don't have a phone to call your landline and be
so
like,
just
I'm on the
turn
way.
up.
I just have to pull up and hope you're there.
That's so true.
So that's a different time. So maybe the mobile phone is ruining our lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's a recipe that actually we should bring back. Another recipe that I think it's not good, but I can't wait to do it. And it's like the late night hall parties when you bring your kids. And then, you know, they're really, really tired and stuff. And then you lie and say, we're going home soon. But the party's just getting started. I think that builds character. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it gets you strong. I can't wait to do that. That's a recipe that, you know, we have to have it, and it just...
And people aren't having house parties anymore.
They're not. Yeah, because where's the house? Where's the house? And also, if you do have the house, right, you've gone through so much to get that house that actually you're thinking, do I want randoms in my house?
Now, I'll be honest, that's my truth, because I've got a velvet sofa. Yes, the green velvet sofa that every black woman has.
But I love a velvet sofa, and I love the green. Is it like forest green?
Yeah, of course it is.
It's fantastic.
I'm not trying to...
Gorgeous.
As soon as that sofa came in my house, I was like, you know what?
Social gatherings.
You know what? I said I would, but I won't be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
4 people max. 4 people. Including me. I'm so serious.
Wow. I hear that. If you could name this chapter of your life right now, what would you name it? You would think I'm giving her exam. She always turns to silent.
Do you know what? It's because I'm so not used to asking questions.
Oh, you're on the other side.
Yeah. My knees really hurt me nowadays. So I'm going to be like, my knee. Do you know what?
I'm talking about like, my knee.
Physio is what I'm calling. I don't want to say something like development. Because it's not like, who isn't?
Some people aren't.
You know, it's so true, actually. So true. Gosh, I don't know the answer to that. Let's just say growth.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Growth. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Growth. Growth in all areas.
Yeah, exactly.
A time of growing. Do you know what I mean? If we're going to add a little zhuzh to it.
Exactly, a time of growing.
Time of growing. Time of growth. Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I think mine is like realising things.
What have you realised recently?
So much. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, humans are strange. You know, they do really strange things. You know what also is that I feel like we're dealing with people who were raised badly, and we are dealing with the consequences of it.
Right.
Because we're having to interact with them. And it's like, when does it get to a point where like we can no longer blame our parents for bad behaviour, you know?
Oof, that's a deep question. See, this is why I keep turning to the side, because the question, I mean,
Do you know what I mean? Like, when do we like get to that stage as an adult where we're like, do you know what? Cool. There were some bits missing. There were some things that happened, but actually, I can't continue to be like this.
No, you got to take responsibility. And
now
that's
I'm
the
gonna take
thing about
responsibility for it.
being an adult,
Do you
is
know what I
that you've
mean?
got no excuse anymore.
No more excuses.
You have to.
So I'm just realising things. I'm realising things about myself. Like I said earlier, there's things that like I thought that I had overcome. Do you know what I mean? But then I'm realising actually I haven't. Even just communication, confrontation. I thought, oh, I'm really good at it now. I've done it a few times this year. I've said how I felt. And then it's like, oh, actually, it can still be quite hard to relay exactly how you're feeling and really find the words without you feeling judged or feeling like they're not going to understand. And really understanding, like, if these are your friends, they love you. They care about you. They want to know how you're feeling. They want to know if they've done something to upset you. So why are you having this approach that they're going to dismiss it or they're going to reject it? Because why would they? You know?
That's so true.
So just realising that, you know? And realising that, just realising so much. I can go on. I've just been realising a lot this year. So I think I'll name this chapter Realising Things, you know?
I love that.
You know? Just a whole bunch of realisations.
As you should.
As it should.
Love that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So that's it, really. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's been your favourite...
I don't know, I felt grateful again. I was going back to the start.
Yeah, gratitude.
Like,
yeah, that gratitude. What's been your favourite interview? Because you mentioned earlier you're not used to being on the other side.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you do great interviews.
Thank you so much.
You ask great questions.
Thank you.
And they're always really funny. And I'm like, how do you come up with your questions? But I feel like I can't ask you that because you asked me about my word of the day. So now it's like...
Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Tricks of the trade. I have to respect that.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? Because you asked fantastic questions.
Thank you.
But have you had like a favourite interview and you're like, yeah, you just like, that was my favourite? Or like your funniest moment or anything like that? I asked multiple questions just then.
Ooh. Probably JayZ.
JayZ. Wow. I forgot that you did that.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was very nervous. I'm always nervous.
Yeah.
I think that people perceive me as like way more confident than I actually am. And everyone asks me if I'm ever nervous when I do anything.
Yeah, you don't never look
I'm
nervous.
And I'm terrified. But I'm so glad that it's not coming across.
Never comes across ever.
Yeah.
I would have been, I don't know what I would have done. Like, I wouldn't even know, like, I would be nervous about the question. Like,
Yeah.
if I was to ask him a question, would he just be like, why are you asking me that?
But you know what? The moral of that story is always stay prepared, because I didn't know if I'd even get to ask the question, and it came really, really last minute. So always stay prepared. Because
What do you mean by that?
Because I so didn't know that I would get a question that I was like, oh, do you know what? Maybe I'll have like one in the back of my head, but it's not. But imagine if I'd gone with nothing. Then he's turned to you and you're looking at him like this. And he's looking at you like this. And you're looking at each other like this. What? In front of JayZ? That's an L.
That's an L.
You know?
That's an L.
Yeah.
And guys, if you're listening and watching, you're probably wondering, wait, what are they talking about? Because I didn't actually say what you do.
Oh, yeah.
So they might be thinking, what, do you just randomly... She interviews people.
Yeah.
You know, that's what she does. And she does great interviews. She had great interviews with like great people. And her questions are always like very, very like quirky, you know? And it feels like when you're in, and she's interviewed a lot of people, like even the one with Penn Badgley, that was great. And when you ask them the question, like, are you loyal? Not are you loyal? Are you, about if he found money on the floor, would he like return it? Yeah. So what, like basically about his character in real life, like what kind of person are you? Would you like, if your money fell on the floor, would you pick it up or would you leave it or give it to someone? And I was like, these are good questions. I feel like you make the interviews with celebs like interesting.
Thank you.
Because they must find it boring, innit? Like going from interview to interview to interview. They must like it when they get to laugh.
And I love laughing so much. I get so much validation out of that.
Oh, I love it too.
I know you do, because I
She's like, yeah, I know you. I know your type.
I can see that.
I can see that. You
because
love
I'm
a laugh.
the same.
Yeah.
I see each other.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we see each other.
Yeah. And yeah, I love it. And I think, I don't know, there's so many, as you say, it must be so boring. So there's so many interviews out there.
Yeah.
But I just love talking. My thing is, I actually love talking to people. I had someone ask me, like, what do you think, like, your purpose is in life? And I was like, another deep question. What's
really
going
deep.
on?
Yeah, that's really deep.
She was like, you know, what do you think? And I can't remember what she said her one was, so I wasn't listening that much. Obviously didn't care. But no, I'm kidding. If you ever watch this,
she
so
cared
kidding.
a lot.
I cared a lot.
Yeah.
But and it really stuck with me. And mine, in the end, I was like, I actually think it's like just connecting with people. I really, really enjoy asking questions. And also I really like asking, just outside of, you know, work or whatever, I love asking questions that people wouldn't usually ask. Because the thing is, actually, most people want to answer the question, but they're never asked.
Yeah, that's true, you know.
So
that's
why not?
True. Yeah.
And if they don't want to answer it, they don't have to answer it.
Yeah, they can just be like, I plead the fifth.
Exactly. But it's like, why not?
That's a good takeaway. You just gave me some tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a journalist. I was going to say journalist, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a journalist.
Perhaps you are. You're interviewing people.
But journalists comes with a responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, you have to do your research. You have to know what you're talking about. You can't just wake up and be like, you know what? You know.
That's true.
And then spread misinformation.
That's true.
You know, back in the days, people would just spread misinformation. Maybe sometimes we should go back to that just to add a bit of zhuzh, you know?
Yeah,
It's not going to hurt you, you know?
What's the thing that you said was a lie, that word?
Mendacious.
Yeah. Be a bit mendacious with it.
Bit mendacious, you know? A little, you know.
Why not?
You know, I've been watching some old interviews. I'm getting actually distracted, but I'm just going to say this, yeah?
Yeah.
Whitney Houston interview I watched with Diane Sawyer. Fantastic. They just didn't give a heck. I just went down this real like rabbit hole of Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And like even the one with Wendy, fantastic.
I feel like I can't remember any of the sound bites from that interview.
Wendy, it was like Wendy, and then it's like Whitney. Oh, have I been waiting for this? And basically they had this like really silent beef.
Yeah.
Because they had never met each other, but every day Wendy was talking about Whitney. And Whitney was like, who the hell do you think you are? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know, Wendy asked her, she was like, oh, are you still doing drugs? Whitney said, who do you think you are? She said, you're not my mother. Only my mother can ask me what I'm doing.
That is wild. Yeah, that is wild.
Like, it was, honestly, guys, Google it. It's such a great interview. Like, it wasn't even visual. It was just a radio clip.
Oh, no way.
9 minutes. I listened to the whole thing. I was like, this is chaos. And that's my fear with like celebs.
Yeah.
That they would just be like, Don't ask me that.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Why would you ask that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm quite offended by that.
Yeah, you don't want to.
And they're looking at their, they're always looking at someone on the
Yeah.
side. Why did she ask? Please, all, I don't want problems.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
That
But
is
you do
scary.
it all the time and you're fine.
Yeah.
Are you as adult as you think you are?
I don't think anybody is. I think actually the biggest thing that I've learned from being an adult is that nobody is a proper adult. Like when I was younger, I thought people who are like in their 30s were adults.
And they're not.
But like, no, I don't think even my mum is that much an adult.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody is still not 100% figuring it out, and they're figuring out forever.
It
Forever.
never ends.
Ever, 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 ever.
That's a fantastic answer.
Thank
I'm
you.
now going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And this is adulting according to me.
Okay.
Okay. So at the end of it, I'll let you know how much of an adult I think you are.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. First question is this. Do you own an electric blanket?
Yes.
Fantastic.
2.
Fantastic. Yeah. Just in case one
Well, one's on the bed, one's like one that you put on the
on your velvet
throw.
sofa.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Need one for
Fantastic.
velvet
Oh,
sofa.
wow. The velvet and the...
Oh, it's cozy in my house. You can come, but don't bring 2 other people because there's a limit. And do call 2 weeks in advance.
Do you have a coffee machine?
No. I've gone down.
No coffee machine.
Do you have a coffee machine?
I'm glad you asked that. I do.
Oh, no, you're waiting for me to ask.
They know I do. I've been talking about it. Yeah. It's
Wow.
the best thing, yeah. I've recently tried a new pod, actually. It's called Rich Chocolate. And I've got an espresso. So the Rich Chocolate pod is just heaven.
Wow.
I put a bit of caramel in there now. Do you know what I mean? And it's a rich chocolate coffee, right? Because it kind of tastes like a mocha, but it's not. Because it's not actually chocolate. It's actually still coffee.
Yeah.
Add the milk. I've got a frother. And it's like a cafe.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just a little things.
I love that.
Brings a bit of joy, Do you know where all your socks are?
I don't know, the way that you asked that felt like an attack, if I'm honest.
It's not an
Why? Because you pointed as well.
okay,
It felt like my mum asking me, do you know where your socks are?
But do you?
No. I know you don't know where your socks are.
I absolutely
You do not.
I absolutely do. I know exactly where they are.
Okay.
And I've actually got a compartment
Really?
just for the socks, yeah.
Okay. I had a question for you, but this
No,
is
you can ask me a question.
Is your laundry basket empty?
Currently, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you that's a fantastic question
That's
because it is.
incredible.
Yeah, it's empty right now. Actually empty.
I don't think mine has ever been empty
No.
for as long as I've lived.
Wow.
There's always been.
So I didn't ask you the question, but that's actually gone down for me.
Yeah, and that's fair enough.
Oh dear. It's not looking quite
Well.
good. What are your views on life insurance?
I don't know. You should have it.
Do you?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, but that doesn't sound convincing.
No, I do. Do you have it? You don't have it. Because you have to pay for it on the phone. So you're not getting that. Valid.
Valid.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a dishwasher?
Yes.
Do you just like put it in there and just press start, or do you have settings?
The settings come with the dishwasher.
No, but what settings do you use? Like when the dishes are there, do you just press?
No. I like choose a setting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's gone up.
Okay, that's gone up. Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, feeling. Yeah. It's looking good. I had a question that just escaped my mind, and it might be your lucky day.
Okay.
Okay. My final question is this: do you buy? Well, actually, we know you do, but let's see if you do it in everything. Do you like buy items that you need for the house in bulk? So like toothpaste, shower gels. Like, is that something that's just there, or do you wait for it to be finished and then you buy it?
Half and half. Half and half. I generally wait for it to be finished, I'll be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So not for your lipstick, but for your shower gel.
Well, shower gel, I mean, who doesn't always have like 5 random shower gels? You know, you get gifted some,
Yeah,
someone
true.
gives it to you, it's part of like a package, you know. I don't know, that actually sounded really entitled. You know, you get gifted some.
And people are listening like, no, we don't. We don't.
Rita knows.
Yeah. But it's good. We do. Okay. Look, you're an adult
Thank you.
in some ways.
Oh.
It's hard because you got a lot of the questions wrong.
Okay.
But because of what you said earlier, which is you buy the lipsticks in bulk,
Yeah.
I think that's a very adult thing.
Yeah, it is.
So for that reason, I've got you a gift. Ceiling clips. Have you ever been in the house and you're cooking something and you want to savor it and you're like, oh no. No, actually, I'll say it again. Ceiling clips. Have you ever had bread? You open it and then you want to seal it, but it's too short for you to tie a knot and you think, oh no, if I give it air, it's going to go hard. Introducing ceiling clips. You can seal it and then the bread will not go hard. Ceiling clips.
I already have these, truth be told. But I'm so grateful to have more. So I can start my buying bulk journey. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It hurts because I just don't know if she actually appreciates this gift.
I do.
The way you're smiling, it doesn't look like you appreciate it.
I have them. There's only so many ceiling clips that you can own, honestly. You know?
But there's nothing wrong with having more.
Yeah, but there is, I would say there's probably a limit as to how many ceiling clips you need in a home in which I'm only inviting no more than 4 people. Like, I don't need this many ceiling clips, but I appreciate the thought.
Okay.
No, this says this was £1, so now I actually don't.
Oh, is the price still on it?
Yeah, so the price, just zoom into, if it's possible, just zoom into this. The price is actually on the entire thing. Just, you see GBP there, euros. So.
Anyways, so thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
I've really enjoyed you being here. I'm glad that you loved your gift, and we'll probably cut out that part. But I'm glad that you loved your gift. I really laughed today, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, even if you didn't, guys, please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I don't want to be your secret lover. You know what I'm saying? I want to be your main thing. And if you are listening right now, please don't forget to rate the show only if it is 5 stars. If it is less than 5 stars, please keep it in your group chat, okay? We want to keep the ratings high. And you know how this goes, okay? If you didn't like my co-host, please don't use that as an excuse to not come back next week because she's not going to be here. We're going to have someone completely different. So if you didn't like her, that's completely fine. But please come back next week for another episode. Make sure to leave comments of your favorite white people music that makes you feel alive. And let's just chat in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.